It's Tim Albright with AVNation at CEDIA 2017 with Frank Santos and Vanco. How are you, bub?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. You guys are I was introduced to you guys a couple of years ago, and more recently through another acquisition you guys made, we'll get to in a second.
Sure.
But you're showing a couple things here this year at CEDIA. One is an IP matrix.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Explain to me a little bit how it works, and I'll ask you some questions about how we can get it into control systems.
Absolutely. So we're bringing out a new technology. Obviously, it's HDMI over IP.
Okay.
It's called Evo IP, which is our system, and that's what you're seeing behind you. So HDMI over IP.
This is going over network.
This is going over network.
Okay.
Correct. Exactly. So basically, this replaces a fixed matrix unit. With a fixed matrix unit, you got a 4x4, 8x8, or 16x16. Here, the limitations are almost endless because you're using an Ethernet switch. So right now we're partnering out with Luxel. Let's say you have a 24-port switch. We can make that 24-port switch a 1x23 splitter, a 23x1 switcher, or a 12x12 matrix unit. Very easy to use. As far as the user interface, also very easy to use. All you're doing is clicking, dragging, and dropping to each display. And furthermore, the user interface will actually show you a screenshot of what's playing.
Okay, real quickly.
Yeah.
When you said it can be a 1x24 or a 10x12, whatever, you do that with the transmitters and receivers depending on which ones you have and
That
how
is
many.
correct. Exactly.
Okay. So each endpoint is a part of that switch.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yep.
I could have one source going to multiple displays, or I can have multiple combination of the two.
Full flexibility.
Okay.
Absolutely. All you need is a transmitter for each source, a receiver for each display.
All right. A couple of questions is how are you getting? Are you doing compression? Is it lossless? How are you doing it?
It is compressed. It is compressed similar to an HD-based TV because it can handle full 4K. Now, 1080p, it is not compressed. But once you go up to 4K, we do have to compress the signal.
Oh yeah, because it's 18.
It is.
18 gets
It is.
uncompressed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned Luxel. Is that the only switch we can use right now?
Right now, it is. We are looking to partner up with other manufacturers.
Okay.
Absolutely. So let me switch to the user interface really quick, and as you can see, all you're doing is clicking, dragging, and dropping, and this is the actual user interface right here. Okay. Now you can do many things here. Obviously, the matrix unit, drag, drop, drag, drop, drag, drop. Right now, it's set up as a 3x1 switch.
Okay, so this is a web server inside the software. Okay.
Correct.
Can I port this to a control system like a touch panel?
Absolutely, you can.
All right.
Absolutely, you can.
So you can give the homeowner or the office the ability to see this on their touch panel. interface.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. The other things that you can do here, video wall capability. Now this gives you the option of creating a 25 display video wall, 5x5 max. And what you can do here is if I click on this, we can make a custom video wall. Let's make 3x3 really quick. If I scroll up, here's our video wall. You got 9 displays. Well, we can make one image all across 9 displays, or we can do one image across here and separate displays or separate sources on each of these displays.
Okay.
Very customizable.
So you've got this quadrant here, and then you've got 5 other displays.
Yeah.
Can you change that quadrant?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have that quadrant here, here, or here.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah. Other features, OSD on-screen display, so you can actually have customizable font or display or messages on each display as well. So
During the video wall?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not the video wall, each individual matrix when it's in matrix mode.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep. Absolutely. You can do pictures, you can do logos, great for digital signage. And you can also do scheduling and events. So Monday Night Football, that bartender doesn't have to switch the game. Automatically comes up every Monday at 5 p.m.
So this is not just for residential, but it's also for light commercial.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is what we're focusing on. Great for residential, but really also great for commercial.
All right.
Very flexible for commercial.
Very cool.
Yep. Last but not least, the access to set up, there'll be 2 user interfaces, one for the end user, one for the integrator. The integrator will have the option of having an SMS text message or an email sent to him if there's an issue with the system. So it can be recurring revenue, so that way he can charge the client $3 a month to make sure the system's up and running at all times. Great for commercial, obviously, because you don't want to go to a bar with the TV down.
No, you don't.
No.
So it's preemptive. So if something happens with the system, it lets the integrator know what's going on.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Very cool. All right. Now let's talk about your acquisition.
Yes.
Back in, I want to say it was April or May. I got a
Yep.
very, very nice email from a PR friend of ours.
Oh, sure.
Saying that Beale Street had been purchased.
Beale Street had been
Now,
purchased.
here's the thing with my history with Beale Street. Right.
Yep.
I love the Sonic Vortex. I'm really a big fan. of Beale Street, and when they had some issues
Yes.
from a company standpoint, and I was a little sad, right?
Right.
I loved hanging out with those guys. I loved demoing the gear. One of my favorite memories of Beale Street is CEDIA a few years ago. They were hanging from fish wire and pumping out some great music just by themselves.
Absolutely.
That was one of my first instances into Beale Street. You guys purchased them.
We did.
Very happy.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for doing that.
Sure.
So how are you integrating that into your very different existing line?
We are. We're mainly AV, HDMI distribution, HDMI cables, HDMI matrix units, switchers, splitters. We did bring out another brand called Pulse Audio. And
Okay.
within Pulse Audio, we're really focused on audio, distributed audio. In fact, we've got a 6x6 amplifier available and an indoor-outdoor Bluetooth speaker. We were actually thinking about creating our own architectural speaker, but the problem with the industry, and that industry, it's saturated, as you know. Every speaker is the same. They all have open back. The beauty about Beale Street Audio, it's a different type of speaker with a different technology. It's got a back box or a built-in cabinet right within it. So we took that opportunity and ran with it, and we're going to integrate it into something called Vanco brands, where we're going to have different brands under Vanco.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
How has the reception been so far?
Very awesome. People who have purchased Beale in the past, just like you, who were sad when they went away, come back. So our focus is obviously getting to our distributors and obviously selling this product.
Okay. Last question here is, you mentioned distributors. Is that your channel? You go straight through distribution?
Yes, only through distribution.
All right.
Absolutely.
Very good. Frank, if somebody wants to get a hold of you or Vanco, how do they do that?
They can visit vanco1.com, or they can email me directly at franks@vanco1.com.
All right. Very good. Frank Santos from Vanco. My name is Tim Albright. For more information about us, you can find us at avnation.tv.